Hi guys, I'm Raheem. I am from India, but I grew up in Florida. I'm in the applied physics department, and I do things with lasers.
My name is Eva and Raheem. I was born in Kenya, Africa, and I came to the United States when I was 11. So when I initially came, I was in the ESL program as well. I am a mechanical engineer. I'm currently a second year PhD student. What are you like from the interest?
So my interests, they're very varied. I like photography, so I take pictures of things a lot. I also enjoy doing fitness stuff. I enjoy music, and there's a lot. But for the most part, I like photography and video games.
Why you like I work with robots such as, does anyone know the Iron Man suit? Yeah. So I work with exoskeletons such as the Iron Man suit to help people who cannot walk again. I like this job because, like I said before, I'm working on an exoskeleton, but it's an exoskeleton that helps people walk again. And so I like it because I get to help people while doing what I love. It's also challenging, and I don't know, I like taking things apart and putting things back together, and it's just fun. So that's why. When did you start getting into the job? That's an interesting question. So, like I said, I'm from Kenya, and I'm actually the firstborn in my family. And so, no one in my family knew anything about engineering. So I actually had no idea what an engineer was. So I would say I got into this accidentally, by God's will. I was talking to my friend one day, and she happened to mention engineering, and so I was like, "Oh, cool! Tell me more about that." So she told me more about that, and growing up, I liked messing around with cars, so I figured, hey, why not? Why try it? So yeah, that's how I ended up getting into it. I found out about engineering my junior year in high school. So yeah, you guys have a huge head start in comparison to me. To come to America. So I came to America because do y'all know what the green card is? Yeah. Cool, cool. So in Kenya, back in 2005, the green card was a lottery system, and so my parents won the lottery, and that's how I ended up coming to here. Because they essentially wanted a better education for me, so they wanted me to get a better education, so that's why. How do you make a life?
I think we're all grad students here, right?
Yeah.
So we make a living by doing research, and we get paid to be grad students.
Maybe just tell us a little bit about like what you do as you research.
Okay, so generally in research, the idea is like you have a question that needs to be answered, so you kind of create a hypothesis and you go through a scientific method to come up with answers and try things out and experiment to create something that solves the problem. And what's nice about being grad students is you get paid to do it.
Do any of you have maybe like a story where you needed to advocate for yourselves to get like access to maybe an opportunity or something that kind of like led you to where you are now as like engineering grad students?
For self-advocacy, you have to be persistent. So the first time that you ask them, they might not respond. So for instance, I was trying to get into a research lab. So I emailed the professor, and he completely, one thing to keep in mind, people are busy, and so they may not see my email, or they'll see it and they'll be like, maybe she's not that interested. So you just have to be persistent. Don't be afraid to go knock on doors, just keep pursuing it. So that's one thing about self-advocacy. You have to speak up for yourself. But another thing to keep in mind is that sometimes it's also cool to approach someone else to speak on your behalf. So just keep those two things in mind.